All right. Looks like we are live. I'm going to go ahead and wait a little bit for some people to enter the room. It is on a very beautiful Sunday. Michael J. Fit here. I hope you are doing fit physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually to the best of your abilities. Out here, Visalia, California, certified life coach, professional motivational speaker. Know that I am here for you all, for you watching. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in. Actually, this is my first live that I'm doing here on YouTube, so I'm a little excited about it. I do a lot of lives on Facebook. I do a lot of live streaming there, but this is actually my first live here on YouTube, so we'll see how it goes. When it comes to the topic of depression, that one is very dear and close to my heart, and I know that a lot of people are struggling with it. There are many people that, go unnoticed where they are dealing with it. They are trying to live their lives, and they have other people, coming into their lives, disrupting their lives, situations that they're placed in, which cause them further depression. They don't know how to deal with it, and it hurts, when you're hurting so much inside and you really have no idea what to do with it. And what happens a lot of the times when you go through a depression is you lose your confidence. You don't know, who you are anymore. Your identity is very important to you. Your identity is what makes you you. And when you are comfortable with who you are, when you know exactly who you are and how you are, I mean, that gives you all of the confidence in the world. And when you go through a depression, that it can really, throw away all of your ambitions, all of your confidence. Your identity's gone. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know anything anymore. And when you don't know anything anymore, I mean, there's really, not much direction for you. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the video. I'm not sure. I really don't see anybody here in the chat just yet or in the room, but I'm going to go ahead and post this video anyway because I know it's going to be beneficial for a lot of you out there. So like I said, in my previous videos, I've been through depression many a times, many a times. And I've gotten to the point where I was considering suicide, in those few times where it's gotten so bad. I just didn't want to live anymore. I just didn't, I didn't want to be here anymore. So, it's very dear to my heart. So here is my best advice to you. If you are going through a depression, or maybe you're just getting out of it, you're just getting started, and you're just trying to live your life once again and become you again and get your confidence back, okay? So here's the very first thing that I would suggest to get your confidence back is fall back in love with your life, or learn to fall in love with your life. You have to decorate your life with things, people, and situations that you enjoy, okay? If there are things, people, and situations in your life that you do not enjoy, if you can rid them from your life, do so at all costs. Your happiness depends on it. It absolutely depends on it. All right? And if you can find a way to rid all of those things, then the better off you're going to feel. A lot of the times we voluntarily invite those things, people, or situations into our life. Things that make us feel bad, we continue to do them. Why? Because that's what we are familiar with. But if you want to change that, and if you want your life to become better as a result of it, all of those things that make you feel bad, things, people, and situations that make you feel bad, you have to change those. If you are in a habit of doing things that make you feel very ashamed of yourself, you feel dumb for doing them afterwards, why would you do them? You have to, at all costs, eliminate those things from your life. Fall in love with your life by staying productive in doing things that make you feel good and that are right. All right? You know what is right and wrong. You know what is good for you, and you know what is bad for you. Whatever is good for you, continue to do that. And you know that feeling because in your heart, you feel the love. You feel the happiness. You feel that positive vibrational frequency radiating that in turn puts that smile on your face, correct? So if you can just concentrate on that first and foremost, is just doing what feels good, finding things in your life that are going to make you feel good, do those things and eliminate everything else. You know, if it feels, this is the rule, if it feels right, then do it. If it does not feel right, don't do it. Even if it's a habit, if it's a bad habit that you have, do not do it if it does not feel right. There is no point in it. There is no benefit in it, okay? Moving on to the very next thing, to regain your confidence after a depression or during a depression, okay, is I want you to begin to do the things that you are fearful of. Do the things that you are scared to do, right? And you can scale up. You can start with things that are very little, that scare you just a little bit, because there are things in your life that are just like frighten you beyond belief that you can't imagine yourself ever doing. And there are things that are just kind of like you've never done before, you would feel a little nervous doing or trying, and that kind of scare you a little bit, but you know you can do them. Start with those little things first. Start by doing those very little things that make you afraid, things that you've been putting off. And it can be something as small as reorganizing your closet, for example. If you know your closet is a mess and you've just been putting it off, and you're not even afraid of doing it, you've just been putting it off because you don't want to do it for whatever reason that is. And you do it. You go, you know what? That ugly closet has been staring me in the face, mocking me, and I know it needs to be cleaned, and I'm gonna do it today, you know. And let's say that's all you do all day, because in depression, when you're in depression, you don't feel like doing much, right? But if you get up and you go clean that closet, you go do what you set out to do, and afterwards, the feeling that you get, that accomplishment, as mundane as it may seem at the moment, after you do that, your confidence goes up just a little bit, because you set out to do something and you actually did it. And that's all that matters. When you are depressed, you don't feel like doing much. You don't know what to do. And when you don't know what to do, doing something productive is better than doing nothing. Even when you don't know what to do, doing something is better than doing nothing. But the general rule is it has to be beneficial for you. So cleaning your closet, right, is beneficial for you. Anything that you can find that is beneficial for you, do it. Anything that you feel fearful of, do it. At least do one thing every day. What's something you can do today that you are afraid of, or that you've never tried before? Something that might terrify you, that you can set yourself up to do. You begin doing those things and you become proud of yourself. And whenever you're proud of yourself, the more confident you become, because you're like, you know what? I just did that. I just did that. And anytime you can accomplish something you set out to do and you are very proud of yourself for doing it, your confidence is going to go up as a result of it, okay? Very next thing I would suggest in how to get your confidence back after or during a depression is to stop beating yourself up. A lot of the times we feel depressed because we feel embarrassed, we feel ashamed, we feel angry, we feel all of those things about ourselves, right? Oh, I should have did this, I should have did that. Why couldn't it have been like this? Why couldn't it have been like that? And we stay in the past. Because remember, depression stems from the past, all right? It's not so much what exactly happened when we were depressed. It is how it made us feel is what we remember most. And when we look back into the past at those memories bring up certain emotions. Whatever emotion is linked to that feeling of depression, or that feeling that made us depressed, we go back to that moment by thinking about it, and we put it into our present moment by thinking about it. In turn, we get those old emotions and we put them into our present moment. And when we put those emotions into our present moment, the depression that should have stayed in the past is now in our present. And the more we think about it, the more we are going to feel about it, and the more that's going to be in our future. So regain your confidence by forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself. Whatever you are holding against yourself, forgive yourself. And maybe you're not feeling anything against yourself. Maybe it's someone in particular, or maybe it's that situation that happened. Forgive that situation. Forgive that person, right? Because in the battle of two people that are feuding with each other, two people that hate each other, or maybe one person hates the other one and the other person, maybe they just don't feel anything or whatever, right? The more you hold on to that hatred in that battle, you lose that battle 10 times out of 10. You're going to lose. Now, in your life, of course, you want to be winning, right? Right? You watching the Michael J. Fit videos, you know what I'm saying? You on the MJF squad, fit physically, fit mentally, fit emotionally, fit spiritually. You want to be winning, okay? So in that battle of you versus, someone else, or that negative that fight that's going on, that disruption in your happiness, you want to let go of that, because you're going to keep losing the more you hold on to it. And remember, only do things that are beneficial for you, right? So if you keep on doing these things that are not beneficial for you, what is that going to teach you? You're going to develop more of those habits of doing things that do not make you feel proud of yourself, doing things that make you feel bad about yourself. In turn, you're going to keep feeling depressed. But when you let go of that situation, of that person, you forgive that situation, you forgive that person, you forgive yourself, that is another thing you just accomplished. That is a very big thing. That is a massive action you just took to prove to the universe that I am ready for my happiness. I no longer want to be depressed. I am choosing happiness. I am not choosing to be depressed, because a lot of the times we choose depression, whether we know it or not, because we stay in that same mindset. We stay in that same frequency by doing so, right? So those are three things that, I would highly recommend you do as soon as you can. Ultimately, time is going to heal your depression. Time is going to heal your heart, and time will give you the confidence back. But when in that time you are doing these things that are beneficial for you, that are going to help you heal, that are going to direct you towards your fear, and you conquer your fear, it's going to be beneficial for you, and you're going to heal, and you're going to feel so much better. Because when it comes to the things that you are fearful of, remember this: when you run away from fear, it chases after you. But the moment you turn around and you face that fear and you start chasing your fear will run away from you, or your fear will get out of your way, plain and simple. Okay? So remember those things. Michael J. Fit here, certified life coach, professional motivational speaker. If you would like my help, reach out to me, send me an email. Maybe we can set up a free consultation call on WhatsApp, or maybe a Zoom call, and we can see if we're a good fit to work with each other. Or, in case scenario, maybe we're not, at least, I can talk to you for 10, 15 minutes and help guide you through whatever depression you are going through, or whatever emotions, whatever negative emotions you want to overcome. Just know that I am here for you. I hope you are staying fit physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And just know that I love you and I got you, and never feel like you are alone. Never feel like you have no one during this depression, because when you're feeling that way, feeling lonely, just amplifies that feeling. And, if you know that you have, some support, if you have someone to reach out to, maybe you have friends and family you can reach out to them. But additionally, I want you to know that I am here as well. So feel free, if you're watching this, you know, as it's recorded and I post it. You know, please like, comment, share. It really does help me grow my channel, for I am on an mission to help heal and guide as many people as I can on this planet to their best life. With that said, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Peace. Oh, if I can just figure out how to end this video. It's my first live. There we go.